Well, hello everyone, I'm UnLocke'd, and this is Hearthstone. I apologize for not posting a video yesterday due to the fact that I've been really sick lately and I'm trying to get better, and I figured I might as well do a video today due to the fact that, well, I'm feeling a little bit better and you can actually understand my voice, but I'm still trying to get over my cold and everything, and my voice is still kind of nyeh and crackly and just horrible and nasally. So basically what Hearthstone is it's a uh, trading card game that, in a sense, is just digital. Originally, they actually had a real card game, but they decided to make it in the virtual universe because it's easier to control and dictate what goes on there instead of just the card game, because the major card game that a lot of people actually play is Magic the Gathering, and that's like the king of all card games. And I myself have been playing Magic for quite a few years, and I figured I might as well try this again. I played this in the beta when it was all beta E and everything, and had some major issues still. But I haven't played it since, so I decided to go back and play it. I actually built this deck specifically. I also got the game on my phone because it actually recently released on Android operating system, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go download this and play it because it's something to do on my phone. I actually have the Magic the Gathering game on my phone as well, and I have a ton of Magic cards sitting in my closet over here next to me. So I've been playing Magic for a long time, and a lot of the same things are used the same way in this. It's just, instead of having to draw the mana, you get the mana no matter what. And I kind of like that aspect. It makes everything more equal in a sense, so everybody gets the same amount of mana or the ability to summon the creatures and everything. So basically, what the entire premise of this game is you have your character, your main character that you're playing, which is the deck type. So you have the mage, the warlock, and all this stuff, and it's all based off of Warcraft. So everything is Warcraft based. All the characters, all the little minions that you can summon, which are all the cards, is what they call the minions, instead of creatures or whatever whatever you want to call them in other card games, Pokemon, whatever. But different cards have different effects, and basically what you want to do with a card game is get the best effects from the best cards, and you want to have combos with those cards. Like, for instance, you have a card that gives another card +1/+1. You automatically want to do that. You want to have cards ramp up and become stronger. And then you also want to have other cards that will be able to defend you. In this game, I actually played pretty well, I thought. And it was kind of down to the nitty gritty in a sense in this game, because I wasn't expecting this game to be as intense for me as I thought it would be. And a lot of the games here on this are very intense. They're kind of less personable than playing the card game across from someone else, but at the same time, it's more intense that way, I think, because you don't know the person on the other side. So I kind of like this idea and how everything's playing out with it, because having the ability to not see the person, yes, having to see the person and their reactions, and you can actually read people, like everybody's got a poker face, but some people, have tells and everything. And I've been playing Magic forever, as I said, and a couple of my friends that got me into Magic were the type of people that would have tells, and I myself, I know I have tells when I'm playing Magic with them, because it's just hilarious. And it's one of those things where each card can make or break the deck, and it just depends on if you draw the cards at the right time, which I honestly don't know how they do the whole shuffle thing in this game, but, certain cards will just show up when you need them in this game, and I'm like, oh, I just need to do this. Okay, I'll do that, blah, 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 blah. But to be perfectly honest, this game is a lot easier to actually run than any other, like, TCG game that I've played that's computer. And I find that fact very intriguing, because a lot of these games aren't as user-friendly as they could be, and this one is very user-friendly. It's intuitive to the point of almost playing itself for you. You just pick the card and it plays it, and you do all that stuff. And it's very, there is a math about it in a sense, because you start out with a certain number of health and you have to kill the other champion or general or character, so to speak. And it's a lot of fun. I know that I haven't played a lot of it. I've maybe played like a total of like 4 days of it, but they have a whole bunch of expansions that they're actually coming out with this game, which is something that I thought was really cool when they started coming out with the expansions, because you have Magic the Gathering, which has had expansions for years. You've had Pokemon, which has had expansions for years, Yu-Gi-Oh, all those other card games. And this one has the expansions come out through the game itself, instead of, oh, well, we're going to copy what we did with our cards, which is something that Magic does all the time. And don't get me wrong, that's really cool, but if you want to build a beastly deck, you actually have to have all the cards to do it. And I've built myself some amazing decks in Magic that I'm like, yes. And then I've built myself some decks where I'm like, why did I even build that? So here you actually have the ability to, in a sense, build your deck, play your deck. I mean, yeah, there's kind of sort of a practice area where you can test your deck. It's kind of a test area for your deck. When you play like Magic and everything, you actually have to play like your friend or someone in order to actually figure out if you're testing your deck, so to speak. Or you can play the single player, which is kind of wonky, but not at the same time. Anyway, I'm just talking about a lot of TCGs today, and I apologize for that. And I know I didn't cover the Star Wars trailers or Battlefront. I know, leave me alone. I've been working on it. Came out and I got really sick that day, and then I've been sick all week, and I'm like, I need to do a video on these, and I can't do one because I'm so sick. Like, I literally was having issues breathing and talking this last week, so I do apologize for my random voice. And you have like your different slots where you can build your decks, which are actually shown here. And then, of course, you just have your multiplayer, which I actually like playing the multiplayer because, one, it actually levels you up faster, and two, originally when this game launched, I was playing WoW, and within this game, if you got 3 wins, you got a certain horse for a mount. And honestly, I have to say that it's kind of weird on that in a sense, because when I first started playing the game, during that whole scenario when that was going on, I actually won 2 matches by the other person quitting, and I have to say that I wanted a challenge for it in a sense, but at the same time I didn't. And another thing that I've noticed with my Android phone, because I've played it like at least for 4 hours on my phone, drained my battery life, but that was fun. Yay, hook it up to the charger and play it at the same time. But it ended up having that happen more often on my phone than it actually does on the computer. So if you're one of those people that likes to play games on your phone, it does drain battery life quite quickly, because it'll eat a lot of power from your phone, because it's a pretty intense system, at least on Android. I don't know how it is on iPhone, but it's got some really interesting ideas behind it, because every single one of the different battle arenas, so to speak, is a different setup. And the last one was the Pandarian area. I'm assuming this is like either the swamp area for the zombies or something. Can't recall what this one is, but each map has a different like theme for Warcraft, which is kind of cool as well. So you kind of have an aspect of that where you literally have Warcraft incorporated into everything you're doing. And I also kind of like the whole little story that they have going, where it's actually the characters that are playing the card game. So you have like orcs and you have mages and everybody playing the card game in order to fight battles and everything. Like the beginning of the intro for the video game itself. It's like, oh, wars can be won through brute strength or knowledge or this or that and power and prowess, and then all of a sudden, or you can just forget all that and just have fun. And I'm like, well, that's actually a lot of fun, because it's making the game more user friendly for one, and making the game more accessible to younger audiences. Because yes, this game is actually semi-hard. Do not get me wrong. All TCGs are actually semi-hard. People are like, oh, it's a TCG, it's going to be easy. No, I'm sorry. I have spent years playing Magic, and it took me years to build some of the best decks I ever built. So in a card game like this, it's going to take you, unless you're playing all the frickin' time, it's going to take you quite a while to actually build like an amazing deck that you want, because only certain cards can be played with certain characters. So you can only do certain cards with the mage, with the hunter, with the rogue, the warrior, the paladin, and all that stuff. So it's all those classes that you have, but you have to, in a sense, build the deck around that. So if you have a mage, you can't really have the mage get like a weapon to where she can go like beat you up. That's a mage. Mages don't go whack people with swords, unless you're a battle mage, or technically a paladin. But let's beside the point. And why am I even talking about that? That's not something that's actually irrelevant in this game, because Warcraft does not allow that. Why can't I be a battle mage? Why, Blizzard? Why? I like battle mages. They're fun. In most games that I can be a mage, I build myself a battle mage just because. Or I just play WoW and play as a priest. Or a hunter. Or a warrior. Alright, fine. I have one of every class. Alright, leave me alone. But, yeah, I'm thinking about getting back into WoW, because playing this kind of reminds me and makes me reminisce of WoW and having fun and playing and doing stupid stuff. But sadly, a lot of my friends are doing other stuff and not playing WoW and everything, so I guess it's very addicting still. But I bought the most recent expansion, so I have all the expansions. I just haven't actually been playing it, and I kind of want to go back and start playing it again, because it's one of those games where it's a lot of fun in the aspect where things are not always what they seem. Plus, my priests are always semi-beastly. I primarily play a priest, so. What else? Oh yeah, I've been really sick lately. I'm sorry. I really, really am, guys. You have no idea. I wanted to post a video yesterday, but I could barely talk. And it was one of those moments where I was like, I sat down in front of my computer, I turned on my mic just to see what I sounded like, and I was like, I can't even understand a damn thing I'm saying, so nobody else is going to be able to understand a damn thing I'm saying either, so. But since I'm kind of sort of a lone ranger at the moment, I'm thinking about possibly broadening my spectrum of videos that I'm going to be doing, which could be a very good thing for my channel and could be a very good thing for me, but, you know, it could also destroy my channel and destroy me, but, you know, I'm indestructible because I'm me. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm randomly rambling now. I think my cold meds are actually starting to kick in, and I'm like, nerd. But basically, I want to thank you guys for actually supporting me and being there for me when my channel's kind of going through this craziness, and I'm kind of going through this craziness of being sick and everything, and I honestly haven't had the ability to, in a sense, spend all the time that I want to doing my channel and spend all the time that I want to doing everything that I want to be doing for the promotion of my channel and everything, because promoting this channel is something that I've become very adamant about, because it's become something that's near and dear to my heart, because everything's been going crazy, and now here I am, and I have this. So basically, I want to thank you all for watching, and thank you for supporting me, because you guys are amazing. And I would like to say that I'm going to be doing everything that I said I was going to be doing last week, because I was sick this week, but I still may be sick, so I'm going to do everything I can. Because, you know, being sick is never fun, and being sick, you can't really do live streams or blogs. Because I can't, well, you can type, I guess, but can't really get involved. Anyway, I would like to thank you all for watching. I'm UnLocke'd. This is Hearthstone, and keep watching, because you never know what I'm going to do next.